Hello, Gemini. So, I have a feeling it's going to be a very interesting reading. So we'll get into it. I do want to preface this with, if you are in abusive relationship, find a safe way to exit the relationship. I'm also getting that somebody may have broken a restraining order recently. Not really liking my camera setup. Hold on, guys. So let's get into it. It's a little better, kind of. Maybe getting some unexpected company soon. It may seem as if things aren't adding up. And there's kind of a big block in the way. Maybe in regards to travel or a project. I am sensing some pretty good energy other than the other couple things that I'm sensing. So, we're going to get messages for the Geminis that need messages at this point. Ooh, okay. It seems like somebody is taking back an offer or a commitment. Something that's been very happy and full of love is now facing a tower moment, because it's almost like your back has been turned to something. Oh yeah, that was a lot. Not dealing with something, Gemini. I'm riding the line of being Gemini for my rising sign, so I do understand sometimes it is hard to recenter by being real with yourself. Geminis typically, from my experience, a couple things. They definitely tend to ignore their problems to a point where it builds and it festers. Meditation will help at this point. There's a decision to be made. Also getting the word voyage. Okay, so you really aren't speaking up much in a matter. Or maybe the fact of the matter is you are speaking up on certain things. But an ending is coming in. And you may be the one that you're not even looking at it as an ending. You're looking towards something else, and a friend or a partner or a relationship may just not be on board with it. And it's kind of like this 10 of Cups was a short-term thing. Very masculine energy. You've been in very masculine energy. As I always say, gender does not matter in tarot. If the storyline fits and it resonates, then feel free to take suggestions. If not, that's okay. somebody's doing a lot of work on themselves and looking towards greener pastures, and the other person is a little upset. I'm also getting this is corporation, but Lovers did come out. Oh wow, we've got a lot flying out. And one other thing, it is never your job to fix somebody's views of you, or I'm getting something like withholding affection. You may not have been affectionate as of recent. You're kind of letting go of a tight grip to something. To being trapped in your mind. And you're kind of clearing house with that. With anybody who may tend to psych themselves out or bury things until they become explosive. This could be with a Taurus, this could be with a Libra, could be with a Leo, it could be with a Cancer. I think you're kind of stepping into like a slight Virgo energy, Capricornian energy, so earthy energy. I was getting, before I even started this reading, that you have been researching or reading a lot, or and if you're not doing that, you're kind of taking inventory of what you really want. And you're kind of deciding to go back a little from the 10 of Cups and finding your own cups. Not relying on somebody else to wish fulfill. I think somebody may be taking a little bit personally with the amount of space you've put between. I think there is some kind of realization of something toxic, something that hasn't been dealt with, something that's been hidden in the shadows. Seems like it's been a dual, like arguments will come up and the arguments aren't taken seriously, the communication isn't taken seriously. But what's facing away from you is wanting a sense of security, stability, financial stability, and having it to be your own. I don't see you as being a selfish person, but I think you are understanding that you need to replenish for yourself first. There is somebody that is taking their guard down around you at this time. And they're kind of dropping a lesser way of, I don't want to say lesser way. I think somebody's kind of got your back on this. There's a lot of teamwork that's coming up. Somebody that's been kind of supporting you in the background. Yeah, okay. There is some kind of argument coming out here. This may revolve around somebody moving out, a breakup, a divorce. Also getting something about unpaid alimony. There's not enough communication in regards to that. Maybe you are becoming firm about it, or maybe you're saying, hey, I don't need this alimony. I can take care of at the house. I can take care of the kids on my own. Okay, so it seems like you are very about yourself, about your mental health, about taking a break from the people you need to be taking breaks from at this point. Taking maybe a break from work, what do they call it? Crap. It's not FMLA, it's some kind of extended leave. Or, because it does seem like there's this incubation, you're kind of acting as an incubator for the things that you are now realizing. Okay, I thought I wanted these things, but I don't, and I'm going to recenter and see what it is that I truly want. It does seem that you are leaving maybe potentially a partner in the background because it's not exactly what you want, and this partner may be frustrated, upset. I am sensing some kind of codependency. Person may have some hidden anger problems to the outside world. That is something that you see. We do have the Queen of Swords and the King of Swords here, but it's also paired with the Five of Swords. Somebody may be helping you come to this realization, or an inner part of yourself, or even your guides. Something you could have watched, read, may have made you realize, people change, and sometimes endings do need to happen. But there's a new vision coming in, and you are no longer allowing yourself to live a lie. The other Gemini in mask is kind of coming off. Seems like you're in a very strategic mind frame at this point, and you're kind of allowing your emotions to be worked through in the shadows, or using the shadows as a way to see the light that you truly are. So you may have recently been feeling like you're coming out of some kind of cocoon space. Somebody's going to be surprised, or you're going to be surprised by something that is about to happen. It's very rare that I set up a semi-organized spread like this, so you are very studies, going back to school, or whatever could be very, very favorable. Keep in mind, give yourself a little bit of an incubation period before you decide exactly what it is that you want to go and do, because it does seem like something has kind of come out of left field, jumbled your truth a little bit, and you're kind of tired of, you're in a space right now where you're kind of juggling, but you're allowing yourself to keep focused. I did say juggling. You may be looking at two different options as to what would be most beneficial to you. One may not seem super cookie cutter perfect, but it may be the perfect stop along the way. There's definitely a big energy of like regroup and regather at this time. Yeah, you're done with not allowing things. You're getting to a point where you are tired of allowing yourself to kind of ruin your own abundance, ruin your own mindset. Because it seems like you've been out of focus for a while. There's been something that's been a distraction. And you were finally in this energy of saying, nope, no more. You're looking at your couple of options. Both are, one is a little bit more of a safe option, but it's not going to be exercising your willpower as much. Also, you'd have to look it up, but there's a specific kind of tea that's really good for menstrual cramps if you are having those at this time. But if you choose that option, you still have the Ace of Wands here. It's just in reverse, and a lot of people don't understand that even when things come in reverse, the card is still there, so it's easy for you to be able to change it around to the way that you need it to be. But there is another option. There is another option that is, how would I explain this? Well threaded in the background, like kind of like a tapestry. Everything kind of goes together, and it's more geared towards your truth. And sometimes it is okay to take the pit stop, but just like my last two readings, don't get stuck there. It's a safe option for now, but as this butterfly is above your, this other person is very like, this is what you said you wanted to do. You wanted this commitment. You wanted to be in this relationship. You wanted to do blah, 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 blah. And now you're sitting here changing your mind. I gotta go. This person may not deal with their emotions quite well. Yes. That's their own thing. And I think you're beginning to realize that you do care about this person, but there's something that you are getting very, very tired of at the point. you do have a partner or a friend or a family member that, interesting, this was the only one up, that is helping you in this. Somebody can very well help you on this, this new beginning that you wish to have. Some of you guys probably have recently been watching what you're eating, maybe going to the gym a little bit more, losing some weight, or that's your goal. Just pay attention to what you are putting in your body. Make sure that it's not bad for your body. Sometimes we get on board with these weight loss things. Yes, very unstable environment. But you're breaking through that because you are finally seeing the imbalance here. Okay, we're actually going to wrap that up so we can see. This is actually probably going to be one of my quicker ones, or we might get to more stops here. If there's any potential chance that you are pregnant and you don't want to be, you might want to check that. You might want to make sure that you are taking the safe precautions to that. I do think that you are going to, this other person is avoiding the tower, avoiding the death process. But it seems like you're feeling pretty good about it. What do we got? I am also obviously available for personal reads. If you are interested, you can do donations. My payment information is below. All that bird energy. Be mindful of who's real around you right now. Like, who's real with you. You're holding on to a few different people and thinking that may be a safe option. And for a period of time, it will be. Raccoon could be an important animal for you. Yeah, that's a raccoon. Wolves. You're kind of remembering what it's like to be yourself again, for some reason, out of nowhere. You're shedding old layers, masks. I'm getting like that, your other Gemini mask is learning how to level up. You're becoming very goal-oriented at the point. So it seems that you have been very much so a homebody, but there's a new sense of something coming in here. And you're like, oh, you're allowing stuff to come in while equally allowing the old stuff to drain out. The things that make you, don't get rid of those parts, okay? I understand you are in extreme logic moment at the point. But do understand that we are human, and human eyes take light, and our eyes bend the light. Does that make sense? I don't know why I went on that little thing, but somebody, maybe going to the club a little bit, having a little drink. Obviously, take the precautionaries to be safe when you go out. You may be in a point where you're kind of overprotective in some spots, but in others it seems like it's well warranted. You know the people that you need to be protecting your energy from. And you're allowing yourself to receive help in certain aspects and letting go of control, because I know sometimes Geminis can be a little bit of control freaks. Yeah, we definitely got some Leo energy here. I already said it, Cancer energy here. Lots of 8s are coming through, so there is a form of abundance coming through, whether this is financial or not. You might get a good winning soon, go on a trip. Yes. Oscar Wilde, to love oneself is the beginning of a lifelong romance. Beginning to realize that, I wanted to put it that way, that where true love starts is with you. Be mindful of where you're going towards. Take things step by step. Don't jump the gun on any situations if you meet anybody new. Allow that to unfold naturally. You may be recently connecting and reaching out to your guides, ancestors, loved ones. Remember to rest, okay? Remember to be a little easy on yourself, because I think you are accepting this, but you're getting a little overwhelmed with, okay, yeah, see, dive in. We sometimes need to remember that we're not soldered to the rails of life. Throw your hands up and enjoy the ride. Too homebody-esque. Take a trip. Because you're not allowing yourself to breathe. Like, you're okay with it. Everything that's going to happen with these endings, this tower moment, like, you do feel the tower coming in. You're kind of allowing it to roll in on its own time. Be careful with how much you're drinking at this point. You are definitely taking in a lot of information. Anyways, it seems like you guys are doing pretty good. Yeah, I mean, stop questioning yourself. Remember, Geminis, too rad to be sad is not how you get through your stuff. Aquarius energy is coming in. Some friends, some support. I feel like you are going to kind of be stubborn and shut yourself away for a little bit and then open back up to people. That is another thing I realize about Geminis. Don't feel like you're too stuck. That's a really, really big message. A cleanse would be good, like a body cleanse. I don't know what you guys do. I don't know your life like that, but you may feel like you're in a low spot for a little while, but it is going to give in this clarity, okay? There is one decision that you may be thinking of at this point. Not a good idea, but I'm not going to tell you what to do. Yes, like I said, there's going to be a quarrel. You may, from time to time, have some problems with the self-worth thing. Don't take your exercise or your dieting too seriously, okay? Give yourself your break day. This is also pointing out a bad habit here. Lots of insecurity. You're letting go of some kind of anger towards a person because you're kind of realizing this is who they are, this is how they work, this is their patterns, and it's not going to be changing. Something envy related may spark this argument. Knowing your own darkness is the best way to deal with other people's darknesses. But don't forget your light, Gemini. Don't forget your light. don't forget that dark isn't as dark as it seems. People that always say shadow self, I find they're separating two aspects of self, because you are whole as you are. Anything you do. Yes, get rid of that shame. Dance a little, sing a little. There might be a lot of singing, crying, car rides. That is okay. Gotta scream it out. Get the windows down when you do that, though. Yeah, you're at a standstill, Gem, okay? You don't have to do everything alone. Lots of Cancerian energy, lots of ancestor energy. Quartz will definitely assist you at this point. I think you've got it pretty good. So, until next time, Gemini, I am glad to have done this reading today because it was only a 26-minute long reading rather than an extra 10 minutes like the others. But energy feels good. Okay? And as John Lennon would say, the kingdom of heaven is within you. Catch you later, Gem.